in tarot there are 78 cards which are pictorial in nature.
Okay.
So there are 78 cards which are different pictures, but they describe some personality trait. And with that personality trait, we try to figure out what is working for you, what is not working for you.
Probably a person shouldn't ask a tarot reader. Is there something on those lines?
Yes. There's two strong questions, and our thumb rule in this also is you should never ask about how long am I going to live. So never ask about
Okay.
your age of death. Is a big no from our side. Never ask for the gender of the baby when they are in the womb. Ideally, if you have done a session today, okay, and whatever guidance that you have received for it, let's walk through it at least for 3 months.
As per you, how much of tarot reading is, destiny and how much is it free will? Like we decide our destiny.
So destiny is around 30%, 70% is your free will. So astrology is kind of an outline of your life. But just with an outline, we can't sit with an, my life is going to change only after this age. To reach there, to bring that change, you need to start working today. And for that, tarot helps you.
So what are the 3 most common questions people come to you with for tarot reading?
In India, the most common questions are, will I become rich?
Okay.
The very second one is, when will I get married?
Okay. How is 2026 for all? Do you have any general guidance for everybody?
So 2026 is all about working on yourself. So this year is more about working on ourselves. The more we work on ourselves, the better the result that we are going to see universally.
Wow.
But yeah, that is what the core energy of 2025 was, getting rid of everything which is not working for us.
So 2025 was the year of getting rid of the things which are not working. 2026 is working on yourselves to get the things which you deserve. Wow. Hi all, welcome to the Strategic Pulse. I'm your host Sudarshan Praveen. Today we have Ekta Thaker as our podcast guest. She is a tarot reader and has been in this industry for over 20 years. In this episode, we will deep dive into the tarot reading industry. Stay tuned and watch the entire episode. Thank you. So hi Ekta, welcome to the Strategic Pulse. Thank you for taking the time and joining us today. For all our viewers who are meeting you for the first time, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, thank you for having me here and giving me an opportunity for this podcast. Hi guys, I'm Ekta Thaker. I'm a tarot card reader by passion and professional. Nearly around in this industry since 2 decades.
Wow.
And it has been an amazing journey.
So how did you get into tarot reading? Because it's quite an unconventional profession, if I can say that.
It is, but for me it was always a interest of life, because I'm the 3rd generation in the family who is into fortune telling.
Oh.
My Nanaji was an astrologer. He passed away a few years back. My mother is a professional astrologer.
Oh, wow.
And that's how it was always an interest, because it was daily, conversation, a part of our conversation.
Okay.
So when I got gifted by my cousin, who himself is a tarot card reader, he gave me a set of deck as a gift thing, because he was confident that I would be taking this forward really well. So that's how I started my journey in the year 2006.
Wow. So for all our viewers, assuming they don't know anything about tarot reading, let's begin that way. Okay. What exactly is tarot reading?
So tarot reading is like you as a person, as an energy being that we are. So there are a lot of day-to-day activities that builds our personality. And with that personality, we understand the past, present and future through the tarot decks. Because in tarot, there are 78 cards which are pictorial in nature.
Okay.
So there are 78 cards which are different pictures, but they describe some personality trait. And with that personality trait, we try to figure out what is working for you, what is not working for you, and what we need to do now to make it a better life. And that's how the tarot reading can guide you, not only on the day-to-day basis, but short-term and long-term goals.
Okay.
How you want to plan your life, how you want to achieve things in your life. We can plan it accordingly.
But can you walk me through the process? Say I'm a participant who's coming to you for reading, and how does it work? I ask you some question. What exactly goes behind the scenes? What are you seeing?
So when somebody comes to me, it starts with a generic reading. Okay. The generic reading is I understand the past, present and future as per the current scenario, as the present, what's going on.
Okay.
But as a personality, what you have developed today also has been impacted because something has happened in your past.
Correct.
So if it's still affecting your present, then I will have to guide you. Okay, this is where we are going wrong, and this can have the consequences in the, like, future of our life. So if from the past we need to rectify something in the present to make a better future, that's how the reading starts, and then we can start on one-on-one questions.
But about this past, present, and future, what do you exactly see? How does it work? I mean, I'm still not able to understand.
So with a deck, when I ask you to pick up the cards
Yeah.
as a generic reading,
Yeah.
I understand what has happened in the past, as in like since childhood till today.
How do you understand that? Like, what
With
goes
the cards, the pictures in the cards that are depicted.
Okay.
So it resides at different areas of your life. How you have been as a friend, how you have been as a professional, how you have been as a kid till
Okay.
now, and what's affecting from that till now is what the past depicts about.
So you look at me and you pick up a card, or I pick up the card?
You pick up the cards.
Acha.
I ask you to pick up the cards because again, some energies are running in your body.
Okay.
And through that energy, you end up picking up only those cards which are really relevant to your life.
Oh.
So
Okay.
people think it's a random pickup of cards, but it's not random. You eventually head on those cards only which is related to your own life.
Okay. So every time I ask a question and you ask me to pick up a card, it's because of my energies picking up that card.
Yes.
So based on the way I pick up the card and which card I pick up, you
Yes.
analyze that.
Yes. Because
Okay.
for me, any person is coming to me unless and until, for example, you're coming for the first session for me. I don't know any background of yours.
Right.
Okay. So to understand in depth what's going on in your mind, I ask you to pick up cards every time with any different question that is coming up.
Okay. And so if as a professional tarot reader, so how does it work? How do you become a professional tarot reader? Is there any specific course to go?
Yes. Yes.
So
So for
what-
example, there
Yeah.
are 78 cards in the deck.
Okay.
Okay. Now each card has the meaning upright and upside down. So you need to understand what's the meaning of it on the upright session and what is the meaning on the upside down. And in the combination with other cards. So it's an entire study that you need to understand how the combination is happening. Also, you need to build a good relationship with the cards because they are the actual guidance to you. Okay. All you need to understand is the core energy of the card and how are they relating to each other. That's all the study about.
And to do this professionally, because our audience also consists of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. So for somebody who wants to get into tarot reading as a full-time profession, what would be your advice to them? How should they get into this field?
One must do it for a reason. Tarot themselves are very self-healing also. So the more you practice, you are healing yourself and eventually your intuition power is getting better to guide someone else. So anybody and everybody can learn tarot reading because we all are born with some intuition power,
Okay.
which we name it as a gut feeling.
Huh.
The gut feeling is actually the intuition power that you have.
Right.
It's just tarot is the medium to enhance that power.
Okay. But how can a person learn this? Is there a structured way to learn this?
So yes, there is a professional tarot course which I take. That's nearly around a week's course. But
Okay.
it's like the 3 consecutive days you come to learn to all the tarot sets, how it works, what's the combination talking about you in that. And then there are practice sessions.
Okay. So, but if somebody is doing it religiously for a week and along with that practice, they can get into this profession.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Okay.
only that you need to be consistently doing the reading. Consistently in the sense, try doing it once a week, twice a week.
Okay.
The more you are trying to do the reading, yes, you can become a very good professional tarot card reader.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So, can tarot reading ever be wrong?
Yes, it can be. Only if it's been provided with half information. For example, you're
Yeah.
coming to me for a reading.
Yeah.
Okay, you are skeptical of being open to me about what your issues are. So if you give me supposedly some situation and you're not being completely truthful about it, yes, the tarot answers can get wrong in it
Okay.
because it's come with a half faith.
Okay.
So if you have full faith, tarot will give you 99% accurate answers. But if you're coming with a half faith, yes, it can give you wrong answers.
Okay. And what are the general misconceptions people have about tarot reading?
They don't take this seriously. I mean, since I've been practicing since so long, I still feel people don't take it seriously as a mode of guidance.
Okay.
Also, a lot of misconception is like, this is all money making and propaganda. Ki, okay, you just because somebody says they are tarot card reader, it's come with a very very judgmental eyes that okay, they say they are tarot card readers, I don't know how good their life is. It's like it comes with a lot of judgments.
Okay.
They have a barrier about it ki okay, tarot card reader, how much accurate it can be.
Okay. Does the client's mindset affect the reading? Like, for example, if I'm coming to you for a reading, my emotional state, my fear, my anxiety, does that affect the reading?
No, it doesn't affect the reading, but it can help you to gain clarity for your situation. So, for example, you come with a lot of fear with what's going to happen next. It's going to guide you. It's never with your emotional state you're going to pick up the cards. Of course, you're going to pick up the cards as per your emotional state, but it will come as a guidance, not as a barrier.
Okay.
That it will not allow you to get the guidance out of it.
No, say for example, like one person has his exams due, just for, like a hypothetical situation, and he comes to a tarot reader and asks, "Ki, how will my exams go?"
Yeah.
And because he's under so much anxiety or she's under so much anxiety, she picks up some card which gives a negative outcome कि आपका exams अच्छा नहीं जाएगा.
No. So the thing is that it will never come with a negative outcome. It will always come at why is this anxiety? What is the cause of the fear or the anxiety? We try to repair that so you can concentrate better and give your exams better.
Okay, so it's never a.
It's not your emotional state which allows you to pick up the cards.
Okay.
It can only go wrong or it can only give negative answers or half answers if you come with a without any faith in it.
Okay.
That's the only area where you will get such kind of answers, or else it's always accurate. It is meant to guide you, so it's only going to guide you.
Okay. So what are the 3 most common questions people come to you with for tarot reading?
In India, the most common questions are, will I become rich?
Okay.
The very second one is, when will I get married?
Okay.
And very vague answers that I keep getting from our communities, when will I lose weight? These are the very common questions that I get in the tarot reading.
Okay.
And with today's generation, of course, because the generation keeps changing and everything, people has a very different set, but the money and the marriage are the very common answers.
So, as per you, being in this profession, what do you think are the right questions to ask a tarot reader?
So ideally, I think the most common question that one must ask is, I have certain goals in my life. Am I on the right path to achieve my goals? I think that's the ideal question that one should ask.
Okay.
Whether my goals and my energy are matching what I'm asking for, or I'm actually in two total different tangent.
Okay.
Is what the ideal question I feel one must ask, because I've seen people, they ask, no, I want to have a big house or a luxurious car, but your mindset is still like penny wise, you keep counting all your pennies now and then. If your mindset is limited, I don't think so you're going to reach to that abundant goal that you have set in your mind.
Okay.
So the idea of asking this question is to match your energy with your ask.
So let's take those 3 questions on which people commonly ask you. How can they frame it better and ask you?
So for example, will I have more money? Am I in the right profession or the business which is going to make me money the way I want to reach as per my goal? Okay. Second is, I want to get married, but is my mental state helping me to attract a partner? Is the correct way to frame the question.
Wow. Okay. And are there any questions which people tend to ask which actually is absolutely irrelevant and doesn't make sense asking at all?
Oh yeah, nowadays one very common thing which I keep getting asked by the people is, I've hired a new maid, whether she's going to stay back or not. And this is I have series of Instagram DMs which are filled with the similar question.
Oh my God. Okay. But in general, are there any set of questions which probably a person shouldn't ask a tarot reader? Is there something on those lines?
Yes. There's two strong questions, and our thumb rule in this also is you should never ask about how long am I going to live. So never ask about
Okay.
your age of death. Is a big no from our side. Never ask for the gender of the baby when they are in the womb. Is
Okay.
something is a big no from our side, because these two are the gift of God. Let's appreciate it rather than asking this as a question out of curiosity.
But having said this, can you, if they ask you this question, are you still able to
I usually say refuse it.
refuse?
I refuse it.
Okay.
Because eventually life and death is something which is a God's gift.
Right.
Let Him decide how much He wants you to live.
Okay.
And with the baby gender also, it's something which is a gift of God.
Right.
Let's appreciate with whatever we have got with, whether it's a baby girl or a boy.
Okay. Wow. And how often is it healthy to meet a tarot reader and get their readings done, and also maintain a boundary of not getting too dependent on it?
So yes, the second one has become most very common thing, because people get really anxious and they keep asking the same questions again and again, which is a very unhealthy way to approach a tarot card reader. Ideally, if you have done a session today, okay, and whatever guidance that you have received for it, let's walk through it at least for 3 months. Let's see how it is bringing the change in our life.
Okay.
If not, then get back to the tarot card reader after 3 months of the reading, not instantly.
Okay.
Okay. Though, if you are taking this as a guidance and walking onto it, then you can ask once a month. So, for example, if I have certain people who takes a yearly package from me,
Okay.
and we decide every first 5 days of the month and plan the entire month what areas we should be focusing on, expanding our business, health, social life, or whatever. How much time I need to actually dedicate to all of these areas and work on it accordingly. Eventually, the outcomes are very smooth to make a person's life better.
Okay. Can you share any client's example, of course, without taking their names, where you probably did tarot reading for somebody and how it changed their life for the better?
So, for example, I had a friend of mine, and she has been a very good professional. She was a very good professional earlier in a particular industry, but I saw it was kind of a peer pressure that she had created within her, that okay, my family is belonging to this particular field. I am supposed to be the part of the same field because the father is in it, the mother is the same professional, so is the brother. And then you're not given a choice, you're just being dictated, yes, this is the profession that you're supposed to select. But what I saw, that she is an excellent creative person, and I just asked her, why don't you follow your passion? It's nothing to do with the professional degree that you have taken. You can dedicate some time to it. The thing is that the passion grew in such a beautiful manner. She kind of gave up the degree that she has chosen, and she's one of the excellent professional in creative field right now.
Okay, so you could identify this through having readings with her?
Through readings.
Wow. Okay. And can you always have the readings in person, or can we do it online as well? How does this
We
work?
can do online as well.
It has the same effect?
Yes, it does. Only thing which I usually tell people with the online reading is be prepared with the question, because many a times in the online sessions, this is my observation, that people tend to forget what they actually wanted to ask. They just went in the flow with whatever question that came in their mind at that point of time, and they forgot the core question, what they wanted the answers for.
Okay. This happens online?
Yeah, online. I've seen maximum number of times.
Shouldn't it be the opposite? Because when you're face to face, you kind of feel that pressure, right? Or
not really, because in face to face you're a little comfortable because I'm there in front of you.
Acha.
So even if you take extra time, there's nothing an issue for me that acha, my time is over and we can wrap up and do it next time. No, you take your time. You finish all your questions. In online, I think that's the pressure where usually feels that, oh, I've taken a time, I have to finish my
Acha.
questions in those times, and
Okay,
it's never
makes
like
sense.
that.
Okay. As per you, how much of tarot reading is, destiny and how much is it free will? Like we decide our destiny.
So destiny is around 30%, 70% is your free will. You are allowed to shape up your life as per the choices that you're making. And tarot can be literally a great tool for getting your uh, free will to shape up in a good manner. Destiny, of course, few things which are predestined, like, decided before the
Right.
time you have been born.
Hmm.
That's how, we can shape up our life in much better way.
So 70% of our life is in our control.
Yes.
Wow. If a tarot reading like shows, if somebody comes to you with a tarot reading question and it comes with but you say there's no negative outcome as such, but there's some challenging outcome.
Yeah.
So can you share an example? Like for example, a person comes and some challenging outcome has come. How do you pave your wave around it, and how does it proceed?
So I give you one example which somebody I guided and they didn't go as per the guidance. I had a friend of mine who had his core business is catering and he wanted to get into banquet industry.
Okay.
Of course, going hand in hand, thought that yes, this is a good business venture that I can explore too. And my guidance to him was like, let's not get into it right now. It's not the ideal time. Yes, this can be a part of your business, but not right now. Maybe the confidence was so much that he was like, I'll take all the challenges which are coming through way, but I would like to go ahead with it. Now it happened, he gave me the invitation of it coming down on 8th of April 2020. And 23rd March was the lockdown.
Oh.
The kind of financial crunch that he had to go through because the maintenance of the banquet, the staff, electricity, everything came under his head because of there was nothing happening in 2020. Everything was on a standstill. So if somebody, it's not that it gives you very clear indication. So for example, in 2020, I've given lot of my friends an idea, let's not do anything big this year. Let's just go with the flow. But to some people, it was a year to show something. So few of them were like, yeah, you have to get out of your comfort zone to get things done. And it has worked for them. Some people got saved. Some people really made the best out of it in the year 2020.
So in the year 2020, when you were doing tarot readings, I mean, before COVID happened, you could identify through the cards.
So I couldn't identify the COVID.
Of course, some challenging.
But yeah,
outcome.
some challenges, yes, because I could see for maximum number of them, it was a year to be slow rather than making major decisions.
Oh wow. Okay. So I also came across this person. He's a manifestation coach. So I was, and he also told something very similar. Ki 30%, 20 to 30% is destiny, and balance is in our hands.
Yeah.
So I wanted to understand, how is tarot reading and manifestation related?
So, for example, what I do, as in, because I am a firm believer of manifestation, because as I said, 70% of things are in our hand. How choices are we making? So, for example, I have some choice in my mind that I would like to take an action towards it. So, I also take guidance from tarot whether this is the right time to invest my time and energy behind this. And if not, maybe not right now, later, so I can wait for that rather than wasting my time behind something which I'm not going to achieve it easily.
But from what I understand, the power of manifestation is that you just keep manifesting whatever you want to, and the power of repetition, and not having tarot knowledge, of course, you just hope and wish that, or you just assume that it's already happened in manifestation. So.
Yes.
I mean, so isn't this a bit contradictory? Because in tarot reading, you're saying thoda baad mein karo, but in manifestation, you believe ki already ho gaya. So
Agree, if you go with that belief. But the thing is that certain things happen at the right time when it is supposed to come in your life.
irrespective of
Whatever efforts that you have been putting in.
Okay. So then how is manifestation playing a role here? Because
there is an idea of manifesting something which has already been put as a seed. It's only going to bloom at the right time.
okay.
For example, some flowers bloom very instantly. But bamboo takes at least 5 years to get its shoots out.
Right.
But the seed is already sown 5 years ago.
Okay.
It only manifests or grows at the right time.
So just to elaborate on this further, let's take an example. If I am trying to manifest 1 crore as of end of 2020 or 2026, and I come to you with a tarot reading session, and I ask you a question: ki, are my energies aligned to get to this figure?
Yeah.
And say I have not met you, I have not gone for a tarot reading session, and I just assume like a person A has just manifested this and is doing that the entire year कि 1 crore चाहिए 1 crore चाहिए 1 crore चाहिए. Person B आपको मिलता है और एनी tarot reading session को जाता है एंड उधर मालूम पड़ता है कि 1 crore आपको नहीं होएगा और प्रॉब्ली थोड़ी टाइम के बाद होएगा. हाँ. So what I understand, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is person A who has just blindly manifested this, I think at least will reach closer to that goal, if not 1 crore entirely. But person B, since having done that tarot reading session and somebody would have told him कि आपका शायद से तुरंत नहीं होगा but eventually होगा, तो he would have probably not put in so much efforts, you're not even reached closer to what person A would have reached.
So in that case, I would say the core of both the things. For example, a person A is working in a field, okay, to achieve 1 crore as an income with XYZ of amount of time. Similar as person B, okay. Again, if both of them are not reaching to the goal, maybe on that particular year, but maybe next year. But the consistency is the same, na? You're going to work towards it.
No, but what I'm saying is कि person A का mindset, because he has not done any session and nobody told him anything.
It's an assumption that has been made, right? For example, you have made an assumption. You are using the law of assumption to achieve 1 CR in your bank account. But for that, what are you doing? Aren't you consistently working?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only difference here with person A and person B is walking with a clarity कि okay अभी के लिए मेरी इतनी मेहनत में मुझे इतना तो मिलने ही वाला है.
अच्छा.
But at least he is not being disappointed. अरे मैंने इतना मेहनत किया पर मैं फिर भी 1 करोड़ तक नहीं पहुंचा.
Okay, that's another way to say it. Interesting. So you also mentioned earlier that your family, you're a 3rd generation person, and your family also is into astrology and tarot reading.
Yes.
So let's come to the next question, because this is very interesting. How is astrology and tarot reading related?
In a lot ways, similar sense pe. So astrology is kind of an outline of your life. At this age, you are going to finish your study. This is how your education system is going to be. Then this is how your adulthood is going to say, and that's how your career is going to shape up, or this is the age where you'll start seeing a breakthrough in your life. It's kind of an outline. But just with an outline, we can't sit with an acha, my life is going to change only after this age. To reach there, to bring that change, you need to start working today. And for that, tarot helps you. Start preparing in this direction. So when the time comes, you're already ready for it.
Okay, so is it possible that astrology and tarot reading say 2 different things to the same person?
Very rarely.
In what circumstances can that happen?
For example, some things they say okay, this is not going to, in astrology there are certain aspects which they have a clear indication this is not going to happen, or this is the only thing which will happen. In tarot, just because you have that guidance in your hand, you can actually control the impact of that situation in your life.
Okay.
For example, you are destined to have an accident, okay, which is very clearly written in your astrological chart. So the core answer to that is, please do not use any vehicle. Okay, you don't buy any vehicle.
Yeah.
But there are tons of vehicles already running on the road. You're not going to control that.
Correct.
Okay, but yeah, with the tarot guidance, we can understand what is the core issues and where are we working. Like, we are getting this energy of being accident prone. And from that, how we can save ourselves is the guidance that you get through tarot.
So you can eliminate that situation through tarot.
So even if you are meeting with an accident, the impact of it on your physical body can be less.
Through tarot reading.
With the guidance.
With the guidance of tarot reading. Okay. So from what I understand, right, and having also been to astrologers personally, I have also seen that different astrologers predict different things for me. Like, there is no unanimous answer by all astrologers.
Because astrologers, there are different types of astrology which has also been practiced. One is Nadi astrology, one is Vedic astrology. So they are not wrong, because the chart that they are seeing must be different chart.
No,
That's
so
the
I'm
reason they
asking
give
this.
you a different answer.
No, so I give them the same chart and I ask them the same question to both the astrologers, but I get two different answers.
So they must be, there is as I said, there are different ways of seeing the chart also. Somebody who sees as a Nadi chart. The Nadi chart answers and remedies and the way of looking at the chart is very different. Somebody who looks as a Lagna chart, people look the chart in a very different manner. So obviously the mannerism of reading the charts are different. That's the reason you get different answers.
Okay, but as an individual at the receiving end, how should the person, take this? Because for me, for me it will be like कि दो लोग अलग अलग चीज बोल रहे हैं, तो my faith in astrology will reduce, right? Because कि सब अलग अलग बोल रहे हैं मतलब.
But there will be some core energies which are on the similar length. Not everything can go exactly opposite.
अच्छा.
So the core energy might be the same. Maybe the way of putting it to somebody else will be different.
And what about tarot reading? Can two different tarot readers give two different outcomes for the same person, or that?
Can be. Because there is a very particular manner of tarot reader likes to read the readings according to them. For me, it might be different. For somebody else who comes to me, might be same. Or even if I'm I'm getting my tarot reading done with somebody else, the outcome of their readings can be different. It can be different.
How does that happen? Because, like you said, because actually, let's hear it from you only. How can it be different?
So, for example, except for the core energies, as I said, the personality trait, I think a lot of things, the way you think and like to put it in across to somebody can be different. Maybe for me, I would like to, some tarot readers like to put it very blunt. They would like to keep it very black and white and clear. Some people would like to sugarcoat it. Some people would like to still guide you, but in a subtle way, where you take the hint.
Okay.
So, no, not everybody would like to. For example, if there is some dangerous situation which has been seen in the cards,
Right.
okay, somebody would like to give you upfront, okay, this is what is going to happen in your life. Some people would like to put it, maybe you should be a little cautious about how you travel, what you should be keeping in mind when you are doing certain things.
Okay.
So, it's a way of putting.
Okay. Are there any topics where astrology and tarot are completely in sync?
There are. For example, health concerns, financial concerns, maybe your current scenario, some planetary changes in the astrology is affecting your current life, which is seeing in the cards, can be hand in hand. So, astrology and tarot can be hand in hand.
Okay. And contradictory, like you said earlier, astrology gives the broad outline, and
Yes.
through tarot you can probably minimize the impact or even eliminate it to a certain extent.
Right.
Okay. So to further add to our astrology question, I have also come across a lot of astrologers where they say, for example, related to marriage, कि आपके लिखा है कि ये साल आपका शादी होने ही वाला है. But a lot of times, right, the year is over. In fact, couple of more years are over, and that girl or the boy is still not married. So, what do you have to say about this, and how does it relate to tarot reading?
So, for example, even if the tarot reading, this, as I said, is a very commonly asked question to me. If I ask them to pick up the cards, if there is something wrong in the charts, it will definitely indicate me, okay, no matter which is showing me कि इसी साल उनका शादी हो जाएगा. But there is some graha dosh which is not allowing this to happen. But if in the astrology also the answer is that they are supposed to get married now, like within this year or next year, and if it's still not happening, then we are dealing here with some mental blockage, which needs to be addressed specifically while getting answers out of it. Because many a times you don't even realize your relationship blockages are coming from somewhere else, which is not allowing you to attract your partner.
Can you share an example where what can be the blockage, like somewhere else, as in?
So, for example, maybe you have not seen any good relationships in your life. You want to mentally get married. Consciously, you are aware that you want to get married. But subconsciously, you are still running with those patterns which you have seen in someone else's marriage. What if my marriage turns like this? Or what if my marriage turns like this? Your kind of subconscious mind is protecting you. What if this happens? So, you don't attract your partner also at the right time. Even if it's your time frame.
So even if astrology reveals this and if it says a certain aspect, but through tarot reading we can identify these blocks and we can correct it.
We can.
What are the common inner blocks do you commonly see people with coming to you for, and especially ambitious professionals and entrepreneurs, because our audience consists of entrepreneurs?
A very common mistake that I see in people is they keep comparing themselves to others, which is a very strong way of self-sabotaging also. Just because somebody is doing better in some industry doesn't mean that you are not doing good. I think that's the core problem which I've seen with maximum number of people. And if we try to work in that part first, the self-confidence part, I think a lot of things can start being better in their life personally and professionally also.
So when you say they compare themselves a lot, what is the right way to do it then?
The right way to do is, okay, if I'm lacking in one particular area, where am I missing out in there? Try to identify where our shortcomings are and work on that rather than comparing, oh, how can that person's life be better?
Acha, that way. Okay. Better to do inner engineering than to simply compare black
Exactly.
and white. Okay. So, like you mentioned earlier, with probably a week's training and couple of practice sessions, a person can become a tarot reader. What mistakes do beginners do when they pursue tarot reading?
So the thing is that the major issues what I see people is that, oh, I'm going to use this tarot for myself, for myself. I'll do better, then might take it as a professionally. But the thing is that the problem while learning is, I've seen a lot of people being very self-obsessed for repetitive asking the same question to the cards to get the answer till the time the answer is coming what's there in their mind. It
Acha.
can become a little obsessive. That's the common mistake that I've seen with a lot of people who have been beginners in tarot reading. And that's the reason they feel, okay, it is not working for us and we would not like to continue it.
Okay. I also want to ask you, how is tarot reading related to numerology and palmistry?
They're too different from that. Again, some common personality traits, how numerological they say a person with born on date 1 to 9 has a different personality trait. To a certain extent, yes, because there are 9 planets also.
Okay.
Okay, so the 9 planets differs astrologically also on a person's life, and that's how numerologically also it can affect, but not to the core. So astrology is something way deeper in the science than what numerology is. And palmistry, I'm not very sure because my experience in it is very less, so I can't put across the table about the knowledge about it because I have
Right.
very less idea, or I would say knowledge in that area.
But so numerology and palmistry is not very similar to tarot reading.
Not really. Not really.
Okay. So that can have, if a person goes for numerology or goes for, it can have completely different outcomes. And
It can.
Okay.
It can.
Okay. And having been in this profession for over 2 decades, like you mentioned earlier, how do you build trust and credibility in this field?
Is you need to be very professional in this area. For example, if I'm giving examples also, I'm not using anyone's name.
Right.
That's the way of keeping your clients
Confidentiality.
in the first way. And the thing is, the idea is to have a good rapport with your clients. Don't try to be professional all the time, because the thing is that they are looking at you as a guidance. When they come to you, I would say we are kind of a spiritual doctors in this area.
Right.
So for able to help somebody, the person needs to be comfortable to share their issues or
Right.
seriousness about
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
Okay. I think just be very friendly to them rather than showing that you are very professional in this area.
Makes sense.
I think that can bring the comfort in them and they can be more open and willing to take your guidance.
Absolutely agreed. Yeah. So, like you mentioned earlier, before that, the time of like when a person will die and the gender of the baby should you not something which you will
Yeah.
not answer. Besides those two things, have you ever refused tarot reading for somebody? And if so, then why?
I have. For a lot of people, where they have become very obsessed with the outcome of the situation. So, for example, if I say you are on this path and this is what the outcome is to be, they would like to control it so much that there are very great chances that they keep coming with that similar question again and again and again. So, if they come within, for example, they have done reading today, and again they'll ask me to have the reading within a week's time or maybe next day,
Acha.
I refuse.
Okay.
Because you're trying to control the situation. You're not allowing the situation to be the way it is.
Okay. Have you done any tarot reading where after reading the cards, the outcome completely surprised you?
Oh yes, yes, couple of them. But if you ask me one particular incident, it's kind of haunting me also because that was really surprising to me either. I There's a family who are very good friends now, but I have been doing reading for them more than a decade.
Okay.
So there was a kid in the family with whom we had some issues which were already bothering the kid's growth. And I was like, that let the kid turn 20. I think we'll be able to open more answers post that because I'm not able to see anything beyond till the time he turns 20.
Acha.
So I was like, maybe a lot of things going to change post he turns 20. Unfortunately, the guy died at the age of 20 and plus 1 day.
Oh my God.
And that was a shock for the entire family. And that's how we could realize also, oh, the kid did not survive a day more than he turned 20. So that was a surprising reading for me also, because
Okay.
I did not expect that as a result.
So your reading was you cannot see anything beyond 20.
I couldn't see beyond past the age of 20. So I was assuming till the time he's turning 20, a lot of personality change is supposed to happen. And
Okay.
when he turned 20, the very next day he passed away.
Wow. Has tarot reading revealed something to you about human nature?
Yeah, a lot. That's how the reading starts with. We understand what's the co-personality and why that personality. And that's how the reading then proceeds.
So any common or is it different for everybody? Or
It is, kind of. Different for a lot of people. No two individual has the same core personality.
but if you can you categorize in types of personalities, or that is also not possible?
No, that is, but the thing is that as per human nature, there are tons of different personalities.
Can you like name a few type of personalities?
For example, leadership ones. Okay, there are a lot of other people who are born leaders. Okay, no matter how much ever they are trying to hide themselves, they eventually turned out to be a great leaders. Maybe they don't want to be in the forefront also, but unfortunately, or eventually, the path has been designed in a way for their life. They are destined to be leaders eventually.
Okay.
Or for example, some people who are very good with community. Maybe they might be a very strong introverted person, but eventually they do a lot more for the community than the extrovert can do.
Okay. And you also mentioned earlier that since your family is into astrology and tarot reading, you also do astrology along with tarot reading, or you?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So does that help you, read better in tarot reading, or help you analyze
Yes.
astrology better? Or?
It does. It does. For example, if I understand what's the outline of the person's life, I think helping that person into day to day will become a little easier.
Okay.
So, if at all certain things are destined in their life, okay, but if they are not on the path of it, the tarot can help you to set the right path.
Oh, so that's pretty good, right? So if somebody wants to go to a tarot reader, it's always better to go to a person who knows probably both,
Both the things
so that the outline is known and also the intermediate steps can be corrected through tarot reading.
executed in that, yeah.
Okay. So we have a few rapid fire questions for you.
Cool.
Uh, you mentioned during the podcast, but I'll ask you again, do you read tarot for yourself?
I do.
Okay, and so do you have somebody else to do that for you?
No, I do it for myself because
Okay.
I try doing tarot reading when I'm being more biased about my decisions.
Okay.
So to get a clarity whether I'm taking a right decision or not, tarot is the one as a medium for me.
And personally, has it helped you to in a
It does. It does. It has saved me a lot of time and energy behind any profession or any kind of ideas that I have wanting to execute it. Maybe I'm not putting my time and energy in the right direction, so I've stopped myself doing that.
wow, actually you work with a lot of clarity than always.
Yes.
That's actually a great
Rather than
space to be
taking a
in.
random decision, yes, definitely.
So it's a great space to be in.
Yes.
Okay. What's a question people ask tarot when they already know the answer?
For example, this is a very common trait. I think a lot of people will relate with me also in this area is They know if their relationship is not working, yet they want to have an answer for it, whether I'm taking the right decision or not in that area.
Okay. What's the one inner block tarot reveals most often?
The self-confidence.
Okay.
The thing is that if you're struggling with your own self-confidence, yes, tarot brings out the most common personality trait where people actually face challenges with.
What's one question people should completely stop asking tarot reader?
Please stop asking me how long am I going to live.
So what that to yeah.
Because it's really, I'll be in a fix to answer over that, but frankly, it's a question that you're not supposed to answer.
How can someone tell the difference between intuition and anxiety while taking decisions?
Intuition is more about the guidance that comes within. Anxiety comes with a lot of adrenaline because this is what you want to do, okay, but you're not sure with that. Is anxiety. But yeah, if this is what you want to do, but you are very firm about it, that's intuition.
Okay. So we have some couple of other questions. Rapid fire is done. What's one question everyone should ask a tarot reader once in their lifetime at least?
As I said, let's ask that whether I'm in alignment with my goals. That's the first question I think everybody should ask, because
Okay.
I have seen a lot of people just living their life fulfilling what other people's desires are rather than working on their own goals. So that's the first question to ask. Second, will I lead a happy life? A lot of people forget to ask about their own happiness because they're so consumed in just achieving things, they forget the basic
Real goal
idea
of life. Yeah.
of life, or is being happy.
Very nice. So this almost brings us to the end of the podcast. For all our viewers who are watching this, and if they feel stuck, confused, and if they want some kind of inspiration or motivation from you, what would you like to tell them about tarot reading and in general about life?
So first and foremost, if you're looking at as a guidance from tarot card reading, it's not necessary you have to be confused on the crossroads of your life.
Okay.
You can do your tarot reading just to understand, okay, I'm at this spot of my life, where is it heading? That can be one of the reasons you can do tarot reading.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to take it as a tarot reading or anything, I think the major decision that you need to make now is, in this stage of your life, are you actually working on achieving your goals, or you are trying to fulfill someone else's desire? And then take your steps ahead.
Wow. Okay. So a lot of our viewers also consist of aspiring entrepreneurs and somebody who wants to pursue this profession full time. How is this profession in terms of finances? Is it financially viable to do this full time, and how is it the field like?
So the thing is, the field is more about being a guidance to others rather than thinking that how financially it's going to affect. Of course, it's going to help you. People have been charging bomb about it. That's not an issue. But the thing is that I think the core energy has to be you becoming a good guidance to others, so the people can contribute in return.
Okay, so the intention should be very clear when they enter this profession.
Yes, you should be very clear that I would like to guide people rather than keeping an attitude that I'll be making money out of it.
Wow, well said. And also today is 1st January 2026, so Happy New Year to all. And how is 2026 for all? Do you have any general guidance for everybody?
So 2026 is all about working on yourself. Okay, it's more of a you as an year. You inner introspect what are your thoughts. As I rightly said, let's start understanding first whether are we working on our goals or are we working on someone else's desire. So once you start having that inner introspection, when you are very set with your goals, I think working on your goals in this year is the priority of this year. Because 2026 is ending up at the number 1, which a lot of numerologists would like to give a heads up on this also, because this year is you energy first. The more you're, I won't say self-centered, but more of how confidently you're working on yourself, whether it be every area, your health, finances, building up your wealth or investment portfolio or something. The more you're focused on that energy, the more better results and outcome you will see in this year.
Okay. So then good luck to everybody then.
So this year is more about working on ourselves. The more we work on ourselves, the better the result that we are going to see universally.
Wow. So thank you, Ekta, for joining us today. This brings us to the end of the podcast. It was a pleasure shooting with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I hope people have got a lot of clarity to this.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode till the very end. If you found this episode to be valuable and insightful, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And let us know in the comment section below your takeaways from each of our episodes. Thank you.